Imagine you're trekking through the humid wild of South Florida. You look down into the brackish water and see a pair of prehistoric eyes staring back. You think you know what it is, but in this one specific corner of the map, you're probably wrong. Welcome to the only place on the entire planet where crocodiles and alligators live side by side. At first glance, they look like identical twins, living fossils from a forgotten era. But biologically, they aren't even close. These two haven't shared a common ancestor for nearly 80 million years. To put that in perspective, humans and chimpanzees split about 7 million years ago. These twins are more like distant cousins who haven't spoken since the time of the T-Rex. So how do you tell who's who before they get too close? First, look at the nose. The alligator is the generalist. It has a wide U-shaped snout, perfect for crushing turtle shells. The crocodile is the specialist. It sports a narrow V-shaped snout, designed like a pair of precision tweezers for snapping up fast-moving fish. But if you really want to be sure, look at the grin. An alligator has an overbite. When its mouth is shut, you only see the top teeth. But the crocodile? It's got a messy smile. Its fourth lower tooth sticks right up over the upper lip. If it looks like it forgot to put its dentures in properly, that's your crocodile. To understand why they look so similar yet live so differently, we have to go back, way back. While the ancestors of humans and chimpanzees were still the same creature just 7 million years ago, crocodiles and alligators took different paths during the late Cretaceous period. That's 80 million years of separate evolution. When the T-Rex was king, these two had already stopped speaking. They aren't brothers. They are incredibly distant cousins who just happen to settle on the same perfect prehistoric body plan. But while their outside stayed the same, their internal tech evolved very differently. Have you ever wondered why crocodiles are world travelers while alligators are homebodies? It all comes down to a secret weapon hidden on their tongues. Crocodiles have high-tech lingual salt glands. These are basically biological desalination plants. When a croc swallows seawater, these glands filter out the deadly salt and spit it back into the ocean. This saltwater secret allowed crocodiles to island hop across the Pacific and Atlantic, colonizing almost every tropical corner of the globe. Alligators? Their salt glands are broken. Evolution turned them off millions of years ago. If an alligator stays in the ocean for too long, it literally dehydrates from the inside out. This is why you find the American alligator tucked away in the freshwater swamps of Louisiana and Florida, while its cousin, the saltwater crocodile, is perfectly happy surfing the waves of the open ocean. One is a swamp dweller, the other is a global voyager. If you look closely at their skin, you'll see thousands of tiny black freckles. These aren't just for show. They are integumentary sense organs, or ISOs, and they are essentially biological motion sensors. Imagine being in pitch black water, unable to see or hear. For an alligator, these sensors are concentrated around the jaw, acting like a tripwire for anything that touches the surface. But the crocodile? It's a full-body upgrade. Crocodiles have these sensors over their entire body. They can feel the microscopic pressure changes of a single fish flicking its tail several meters away. It's like having a 360-degree sonar system built into your skin. In the dark, a crocodile doesn't need to see you. It can feel you coming. When we think of these animals on land, we think of lumbering. And for the alligator, that's mostly true. They are built for the belly crawl, dragging their weight across the mud. But the crocodile is a secret athlete. Because their legs are longer and tucked further under their bodies, they are capable of something that looks like it belongs in a nightmare: the gallop. Some smaller crocodile species can hit speeds of nearly 18 kilometers per hour by literal galloping, launching their front and back legs in pairs like a giant scaly Labrador. While an alligator is stuck in low gear, the crocodile has a sports mode that most people never see coming. If you're looking for a friend, you won't find one here, but you'll definitely find a difference in attitude. Generally speaking, alligators are the chilled-out cousins. In places like Florida, they're almost famous for their laziness. often content to bask in the sun and ignore humans entirely unless provoked. But the crocodile? The croc is the grumpy one. They are notoriously more territorial and aggressive. While alligators might flee from a human, a saltwater or Nile crocodile is much more likely to stand its ground, or worse, see you as a menu item. These two species alone are responsible for hundreds of attacks a year, earning them a reputation as some of the most dangerous man-eaters on the planet. Despite their fierce looks, alligators have a surprisingly social side. During mating season, they gather for what researchers call water dances. Male alligators produce a deep, low-frequency bellow that is so powerful it makes the water on their backs vibrate and dance in the air. It's a swamp symphony designed to attract females, proving that even the toughest reptiles have a rhythmic side. Don't let the reptile brain myth fool you. These animals are incredibly smart. Scientists have observed both crocs and gators using tools. They will balance sticks on their snouts during bird nesting season. When a bird dives down to grab the nesting material, the trap snaps shut. They also show a gentle side that shocks most people. Crocodile and alligator mothers are some of the most dedicated parents in the animal kingdom. They guard their nests for months, and once the babies hatch, they use their bone-crushing jaws as a delicate cradle to carry their young to the water. It's a level of care you'd expect from a mammal, not a 200-million-year-old dinosaur. If this were a boxing match, we'd be looking at two very different weight classes. The American alligator is a formidable beast, usually topping out at around 14 to 15 feet. That's roughly the length of a family car. But the saltwater crocodile? That's a monster from a different era. Holding the title of the world's largest living reptile, salties can blow past 20 feet in length and weigh over 1,000 kilograms. When a 20-foot crocodile enters the water, it isn't just an apex predator. It's a living dinosaur that makes the alligator look like its little brother. But the real terror is in the jaw. Scientists use a measurement called PSI, pounds per square inch, to measure bite force. To give you an idea, a human bites at about 160 pounds per square inch. A great white shark? Around 4,000 pounds per square inch. The American alligator clocks in at a bone-crushing 2,000 to 2,900 pounds per square inch. That's enough to snap a turtle shell like a dry cracker. But the large saltwater crocodile doubles that. They have been measured at over 3,700 pounds per square inch, the strongest bite force ever recorded in a living animal. Their jaws don't just bite, they implode anything caught inside them. Here's the weirdest part, though. While they have the strongest closing muscles on Earth, the muscles they use to open their mouths are incredibly weak. A human can literally hold a crocodile's mouth shut with their bare hands. It's nature's strangest design flaw. All the power in the world to shut the door, but almost none to open it. So the question you've all been waiting for. If these two ancient titans actually squared off in the wild, who walks or swims away? In the rare places where they meet, like the tip of South Florida, it usually comes down to one thing: aggression. The American alligator is a formidable swamp dweller, but the crocodile is a seasoned saltwater warrior. With a higher bite force, a more territorial bad attitude, and a massive size advantage, the saltwater crocodile is almost always the victor. In the world of reptiles, the croc isn't just a cousin. It's the undisputed king of the heavyweight division. Whether it's the V-shaped snout of a global traveler or the U-shaped grin of a freshwater local, these two are the ultimate survivors. They've outlived the dinosaurs, survived ice ages, and still rule the water today. Now it's your turn. Have you ever spotted one of these prehistoric giants in the wild? Did you check the teeth, or were you too busy running the other way? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, no matter the snout shape, keep your distance. These kings of the swamp have been waiting 80 million years for their next meal. Thanks for watching.